Star Wars Empire at War is the greatest RTS in Star Wars franchise, and for me one of the best RTS of all time. So I decided to come back and see how it's holding up by playing Empire campaign with a little bit of challenge. So I will be playing on the hardest difficulty. The starting text is showing us that, well, the Empire is ruling the galaxy, we are building the Death Star, but there is a traitor who deals with our secret information. So the Emperor asks his, well, apprentice Darth Vader to find this, and of course we will help him. And very cool thing is, well, just like in movies, we get just back to the little cinematic and we see the Imperial shuttle going to the planet.
My lord, we've located a small rebel outpost using the nearby abandoned communications tower to receive Imperial transmissions.
Have the rebels detected our presence?
No, my lord. We jammed their sensors and communications before we landed.
I hope that you are not mistaken, Commander. We will eliminate the rebel forces here and discover the identity of the traitor with one swift strike.
Yes, sir.
So our objective is to destroy the rebels and their base. We get 4 units of stormtroopers, 8 ATS-80s, and the Darth Vader himself. Well, the first mission is mostly a tutorial level, where we got shown how things work and what to do. We see the Darth Vader abilities, like his Force Push, which can instantly kill a ground unit, and Force Crash, which can destroy every vehicle with ease. And well, heroes are very powerful, they're hard to kill and they, well, deal a lot of damage. They're very great to, well, be up front and deal a lot of damage. Another feature of Force heroes, so Jedi and Sith, is that they can destroy enemy turrets with ease, because the turrets cannot shoot at them. And well, with the tower destroyed, we can build our own towers on these spots. For example, we can build healing station, repair station, or anti-infantry tower.
Your directive. The rebels will see no more use from this communications center. Destroy it.
So, in the campaign, of course, there are the main missions, where there are objectives to complete. For example, here we need to destroy this communication center. And, well, on other missions, it could be harder or easier, depending. And just like turrets, our, well, hero, Jedi or Sith, can even destroy buildings with force. So that's nice. And well, to destroy the base shield, we need to destroy the power generator. And well, other than that, of course, our normal units have abilities too, not only heroes. For example, our stormtroopers can spread out, so they're harder to hit. Our ATSC can, well, concentrate firepower and deal a lot of damage. All of the Empire at War is kinda of rock paper scissors system, where one unit counter other, and so on. For example, rebels with rocket launchers can counter our vehicles, but our stormtroopers are great against them, so we need to use a correct order of troops, ground vehicles, to defeat the enemy. There is strategy to this, well, it's a strategy game after all. So with the reinforcement, destroying the rebel base wasn't really that difficult. Well, one group of rebels ran away, I guess they didn't really want to fight, but we got them.
Your incompetence is troubling. The rebels were clearly alerted to our presence.
My lord, it is likely that the traitor we are hunting may have...
You failed me for the last time, Commander. I will be better off without your services. Trooper, did you find anything in your search?
Some of the equipment we found carries pirate insignias. The rebels may be working with them.
They must be trading information on our cargo routes for supplies from the pirates. Reconstruct their communications. They will lead us to the rebellion.
Yes, sir.
The enemy has been defeated.
I guess incompetence will not slide near Darth Vader, but okay. Now we are in the galaxy map. And what we can see is, well, our planets. And every planet has different amount of ground bases and space stations we can build. For example, on Coruscant there's a lot of ground space for our buildings, and we can build tier 5 space station. And each planet has different types. Well, I guess our new objective is to defeat Fondor. But before that, we sometimes can get a couple of planets that we can conquer for our, well, well-being. Another important thing is credit. Each planet can give a set amount of them, but, well, on a couple of planets, I mean a lot of them, we can build, well, mine station, on which the credits can get boosted to really big numbers. I like to, well, build a couple of planets that can generate a lot of money. So, for example, Coruscant will be mostly a mining planet for a lot of credits. And I know maybe I'm a coward, but I like to build a lot of things and be prepared. I don't know if it's cowardness or what, but I really do. For going on Fondor for main objective, we can conquer Taris by fighting pirates in space battle. Now, space battle is arguably, not even arguably, the best part of Empire at War. Commanding all the ships and watching them fight is so good, so beautiful. And well, on our side we have acclamators, Tartans, TIE fighters and bombers. And just like ground battle, every ship has its own role. For example, Tartans are great against fighters, but not so good against bigger ships. Acclamators are good against smaller ships, so corvettes like Tartans. And well, TIE fighters I guess are the worst space units. But they will do, they must. And TIE bombers are great, amazing against bigger ships and space station, but not so good against corvettes or fighters. And well, the space station and bigger ship have hardpoints. For example, hangars, turbo lasers, shield generators that can be destroyed. And by destroying all of the hardpoints, we can destroy the ship or space station. So the bombers are really great in doing that. Man, I just really love the space battles, like I really love them, so good. And well, by destroying everything, we win. And the important thing is to not lose too many units, because well, if we lose them and they get destroyed, we lose them. Duh! Now, two important features are the planet population. On many planets there are a lot of population that can be, well, on our side or enemy side. They're really not powerful or anything that, but in group, a big group, they can sometimes give trouble to enemies or us. And other things is, well, the TIE bombers. For after a little bit of time, we can, well, take a point and, well, our TIE bombers can destroy everything. I mean everything, every building, every enemy, but they take some quite time to deliver the bombardment. And now, time for the main objective. On Fondor there is a rebellion. Interesting. And well, our objective is to, well, destroy the local populations, which allied themselves with this treacherous rebellion, and all the rebellion forces. The mission wasn't that difficult, kinda slow, because, well, there's a lot of local troops and enemies, which means that we need to take space by space a little, and well, after that it's pretty easy. After taking the control point, a good way is to use Vader to destroy a lot of turrets, and of course the bombardment is great. And we found out that the pirates are helping the rebellion, so we need to get them. And we are using Boba Fett, and listen. His main ability is so good. Well, we need to destroy the sensors before they can activate, so our main fleet can get in and we can get the pirate leader. Well, the mission isn't really that hard, because well, of the seismic charge is so good. After destroying the last sensor, we can finally use our fleet. I used to go for all the spaces between the asteroids, so we get all the space covered, and our objective is to destroy the space station. Next, the pirate leader will show up and we need to destroy most of the ship so he can stop and we can board him.
That's it. He's all yours.
Prepare to be boarded, scum.
And well, getting the planets that aren't the main objective isn't really necessary, but it's very important if we want to have an easy campaign. So I took over the Ilum. And beating Bastion Space Battle. Next, well, there is a feature of Auto Battle. If we don't want to take command of battle ourselves, we can use the Auto Battle. Well, it's not recommended because, well, a lot of our troops will die, but sometimes it's, well, just really nice and easy to just click one button and the whole battle is finished. And well, it seems that Rebellion attacked us. And how many fighters? Wow! Whoa! Okay, but one of the cool features of space stations is that, well, if their hangar is not destroyed, they will endlessly put out the new units, like TIE Fighters or Tartans. But how many? How many? Okay, I didn't know that, well, hard mode was a little bit hard. I mean, whoa, at least I got a lot of them, but not enough. But I get here fast with my fleet, and well, a lot of Tartans are very great against fighters. I mean, they're the counter, but fast speed and easy peasy. But I guess the next Rebel attack was on Coruscant, and I mean, that's a lot of fighters. And after destroying the space station, they even got on Coruscant, our capital. And well, similar to space station, our ground bases like barracks or light vehicle factories can endlessly produce new troops, but not as many and not as fast as we want to. And well, with good usage of towers, we won. So before going on the main objective, of course I conquered all the planets and built everything I could to be prepared for the next objective. And well, Empire didn't expect this, but Genosians allied themselves with Rebellion, so we need to destroy the spaceship, space station, and well, next is the ground battle. Other really cool feature in Empire at War that makes this game so great is the cinematic button that, well, makes it look like you watch a movie. So on the ground, our objective is to destroy every Genosian structure and rebel base. Well, mission is not the hardest. Well, Genosians could be annoying, but one force push of Vader and they're destroyed. And well, after getting Genosians to work on Death Star, of course, with good jobs, of course, our next objective is Mount Calamari. And well, why? Because they're not really obedient. And after conquering Genesis, we get tier 2 technology. in which we can build the Victory Star destroyers, Victory class destroyers, and new space stations, new buildings, new ground units. And of course, we get new planets to conquer. And after conquering every planet, it's time for Mon Calamari.
Under the control of the Empire. You will submit to the will of the Emperor.
And one unit that needs to be talked is Fleet Commander, because, well, they give a couple of good bonuses, like bigger sight, better hull damage, like, it's really, really great. So I give him to our backline to get him safe. And now it's time to destroy the space station.
All hands. Multiple Mon Calamari capital ships have entered the area. Engage immediately.
Okay, now this is unlucky because, well, they even came to my fleet commander. And, well, the capital ships are really, really difficult to deal with because we don't have really that much great firepower. The only way to deal with them are our bombers. But, well, as Empire, our bombers are coming from our space capital ships, which makes it really difficult. So this could be challenging if we don't have enough of units in the reinforcement panel. Well, a couple of sacrifices must have been made, but with a lot of TIE fighters and TIE bombers, it's not as bad. I guess TIE fighters in great amounts are not as bad.
We have crushed your defenses. You are helpless. Inform your citizens that the Empire has taken control of your world.
These creatures are quite resourceful. Keep one for me. I could use a new servant.
And it seems that one of the Imperial defects, I don't know how can someone leave Empire, the greatest ever, but the Han Solo, it seems, wants to rescue a lot of Wookiees. But I don't know from what, because Empire is gonna give them a great job opportunities on Death Star. They will be very, very great addition to our workforce. So we need to defend our workers and defeat the Han Solo. And, well, it seems that our new tanks can get quite good at dealing with this defect. And, well, he ran away. But the rebels somehow get here. It means that our traitor must be someone really high. And, well, we need to get rid of this rebellion. And finally, we can get our slaves. I mean workers.
Trees. He won't get far.
Locate him if you can. We must make an example of him.
And now we are on the Cardia, where we're gonna watch the new prototype, AT-80. And, well, we get to see the beast in action. And, well, they have a really amazing firepower. They can destroy a lot of vehicles with ease. And the AT-80 has a really nice ability when it can drop up to 2 ground stormtrooper units, which is very, very useful. And now we get to see fighting pirates. And, well, AT-80 is not the greatest against infantry, but the 2 stormtrooper units are a great addition. And, well, we can even fight the fearful Rancor, which is on full HP, full power, and is very, very strong.
What's this?
Well, but it seems that rebels again came to us. And this traitor is really making me annoyed. But dealing with them will be with ease thanks to our great new vehicle.
Reporting in, sir.
And our next objective is Jabim. because this planet was the place that the attack on Cardian was made. But we can conquer new planets, and we got our new technology, Tier 3. And thanks to that, we can build new space station and new buildings. Now it's time for space battle on Jabim. And well, I must say that the hardest difficulty, well, could be more annoying because, well, even with my playstyle of building a lot of things, collecting credits, building a lot of ships and conquering everything, sometimes could be annoying, so without it, it mostly would be really annoying. But it's time to conquer this planet. Now, the ground battle was quite annoying because I lost a lot of units thanks to the rebels' artillery, and well, the rocket launchers are kinda good against AT-AT. So, it was a pretty annoying mission, but thankfully not impossible. And well, finally we can get rid of this traitor.
Moff Callist, you have been ordered to stand down. Surrender your vessel immediately or face the consequences.
You'll have to catch me first.
These vagrants stand in our way.
Now, jumping to hyperspace was not something I expected. So, well, we need to destroy this rebel station. Well, but Moff? How could you betray Empire? Our greatest, safest, the most cleanest empire. And I lost 11 victory class destroyers because how many ships that this rebellion had? Much! Okay, so somehow because there is no rebel planet on Galaxy, he got on Coruscant, and because of that, they somehow built a space station there? I mean, how? I don't know. But thanks to our new addition, the Interdictor Cruiser, we can stop anyone from jumping to hyperspace, which is pretty great, because we can finally get rid of this traitor. Now, fighting Imperial Star Destroyer is pretty interesting, but thankfully we can get rid of this annoyance.
Welcome to bother we, your majesty. To what do we owe this great honor?
Your disloyalty to the Empire.
So, I guess it's now time to play with Big E, so the Palpatine. And well, he's really powerful because he has passive damage near him, he has this lightning, which is really great against ground units, and he can corrupt enemies to our side, which makes him pretty powerful. And what we need to destroy? The Boffins, because again, and it's really breaking my heart, why would all of them rebel against us? What can we possibly teach to them? We're so malevolent.
The wrath of the Empire. Do not betray us again, or the cost will be even greater next time.
I guess the Biggie get job done, but now it's time for the capturing of Princess Leia, so we get to the New Hope. And well, first we need to get rid of the space pirates, the scum, so we can get to the next object. And with our new technology, we can finally be our own Imperial Star Destroyers, which makes it very fun. And we can get rid, just like I said, of the scum. After that, we need to find if hide in nebulas, so the rebels will not find us. Then the princess will show up, takes the plans of the Death Star, and we can capture her. And all will be thankfully done. And well, by using tractor beam, we can capture her. And using our interdictor cruisers, we can not let them escape.
The ship has been neutralized.
Imperial forces, we are on a diplomatic mission. You have no authority here to detain us.
Your diplomatic immunity is worthless now, Rebel.
And now, because Princess Leia wouldn't give her spaces and plans, we need to, well, persuade her by destroying Alderaan, which is a planet full of terrible beings. Traitors, bad peoples, pirates, very not good, very not good. And well, somehow the rebels will show up, and a lot of them. Even Akbar is here. So we need to destroy them. Or more, destroy the Alderaan.
We are victorious.
And now, the final 5 planets that we need to destroy, so the rebellion will be no more, and peace, order, and everything good will happen in Galaxy forever. And well, the last 5 planets could be difficult. Their space stations could be hard, and there's a lot of ships of them. A lot. Now, getting rid of the planet is not the hardest. I would say it is even pretty easy, but destroying all of the enemy ships is more annoying. Now, Azlok 3 was really difficult, because blowing the planet was easy, but they had 70 Korean corvettes. I lost 11 Imperial Star Destroyers, and I don't know how much more. It was... whoa!
We are victorious.
Now, Polus was pretty annoying too, because I lost many Imperial Destroyers, but not as long and annoying as previous. But this was pretty interesting, because I lost 19 Imperial Star Destroyers, but somehow this was not really that long to beat. That was pretty interesting mission. But the final battle on Hoth was pretty easy, which was quite interesting. But I will take this. Pretty easy mission. Last, because 4 other planets were really terrible. Now I guess the Rebel Companion is more canonically correct, because this time we led Empire to the victory, which means that the Empire will prosper throughout all of the years. So I guess I helped Empire win. So that was the full campaign of Imperial side, which was pretty fun. I mean, seeing Empire win is pretty interesting and fun concept. But well, Empire at War, it really is the great strategy. But the Force of Corruption DLC, which makes it 10 times better, is really great. And the modding community, I mean, I don't know how much mods, but there's a lot of great mods that make it a whole new game. A more difficult game. Wasn't really that difficult, quite annoying sometimes. Yes, but difficult? No. So, can I recommend this? Yes. If someone likes RTS, I would recommend it throughout my whole heart. If someone is, I mean, more, okay, I kinda like, I can play, I would recommend it because it's a fun Star Wars game. And well, Empire at War, I would recommend to play, well, the 2 campaigns of Empire and Rebellion, then the Force of Corruption, because it adds so much new content, and after that, just go for mods. There's so many good mods to play it. And well, thank you for watching. If you want, you can always leave like or subscribe. I would appreciate it. And I hope your day will be great. and if it's not, I hope tomorrow will be better. So thank you for watching and see you guys in the next video.